talking, but at least you're comfortable in front of a camera.
Usually.
Look at that dog.
It's cute. It reminds me a little bit of Aaron's dog.
That dog, I heard that guy say his name yesterday. I can't remember what it is. JR knows. He knows all the dogs in the neighborhood. Fish face.
I feel like that's what should be brought into the, no more the duck face. It should be
fish face. Oh, we're doing that when somebody actually turns this on. I mean, I guess nobody's watching this because I think it would tell us when somebody's in there.
They're just gonna sign on.
This is all recording though, so
so we can keep it.
Yeah,
okay.
When we're done, this is all gonna be here. Fish face, Wait.
What? Oh, didn't we talk about that? How I don't like when people do that all the time.
That's right. And now I want to be extra conscious of it and do it on purpose.
I don't care if someone does it occasionally, but every time you take a fucking sip, yeah,
hey, look.
Oh, he's here.
Yeah, we got questions for him. Hi, Chase. This is weird.
I know.
This is so weird.
And it's really weird because, we can't hear them.
Yeah, but if we get through these...
Uh-oh, that guy caught me staring.
If we get through these quickly enough, we can always take some live questions. Should we... Oh, Alexa, stop.
Oh, we don't have the rights to play this.
Sorry, Buzzcocks.
They don't care. We're not getting paid.
You didn't ask us any questions about murder, Chase. So, did he? No, he didn't. He asked us questions that I'm not really prepared to answer.
Oh, yeah.
So, should we start?
I mean, is it just going to be us and Chase? It says 2 people are watching.
Yeah, I mean, people can go back and watch the recording later.
But who's the second person?
We're real professionals. I don't know. Who are you? Maybe it's us.
Is it? Oh, maybe it is.
Murder or sports, but not murder in sports today. We have done that.
Yeah,
we're not doing that today. Okay.
I feel like I look puffy. I've eaten a lot of bread in the last 12 hours.
Sliding is not good for me. Okay. Would you like to read the first question, or would you like for me to?
I don't give a damn who reads it.
I'll read it. This question is from Chase, that guy over there, and one of the hosts of the GMDP. So that's another podcast, almost as good as ours.
I'm just going to get really close.
Okay, so he's got 2 questions. First is, can you guys hear us?
Please.
We don't know. We had to run out and buy a camera right beforehand because mine acted crazy, and then I couldn't hook the microphones up. So do we sound okay? Chase, somebody? I guess we'll find out later.
We will.
Yes, thank you, Kelly.
Thanks.
Okay, so Chase asks, Henry Flagler gets a lot of recognition down in St. Augustine, but isn't it weird how he did a pretty good amount of underhanded biz stuff to get to the top? Do you like him or no? Do you have anything to say about this?
Well, here's the thing. I don't really have much of an opinion on him. He's someone I don't know, in a large amount of information about. I know that he was with that oil place.
Right. Standard Oil, and I assume that's where he had some underhanded business. Frankly, I don't know.
And isn't he they call him he's the person that basically created Miami?
Probably
he get
because
a lot
he
of
built
credit
the railroad
for that?
And took the railroad all the way to
I guess if you like Miami, he's your boy.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of underhanded stuff he did. I guess I need to go to St. Augustine again and do some research. I mean, I could do some research on the internet, but why would I do that when I could go to a place where there are alligators?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an answer for you.
Sorry.
Next question. Do you think Ryan Ellis's extension will get done before the season? I don't know.
I don't know who the fuck he is.
I tune out when the season is over, guys. I guess.
I looked him up, and the first thing that came up was about him getting a skate right to his face in some game. And I watched it, and it was impressive.
Yeah. See?
Like, his reaction was impressive. He handled it really well.
There's something for you in hockey.
Skates to the face.
Yeah. Go Preds. So, sorry, Chase, we failed you here. Okay.
No, we didn't. We answered to the best of our ability.
I like you. You're way more confident than me. That's why we hang out. I gotta, feed off of that.
Okay.
Okay, so our next questions are from Caitlin R. And I'm pretty sure she's in Canada, which would explain how she spelled favorite in this charming way.
Oh, yeah. Do you put, if she's here or isn't or late or something, does she put E on the end of program?
Probably.
They do that in England.
I don't know.
But
I don't know. I like Canada because I like hockey. And sorry, guys, about the things that have been happening lately. We won't get into that. Okay, what's each of your favorite episodes that you've recorded so far, and why? Do you want to go, or you want me to start?
I mean, I can go first. I've named 4.
Okay.
Sorry. You guys are about to witness a murder on camera. Who are you looking at?
I'm looking at what Hunter says. He says he's just heard some weird clicking noises in his home as this started. So if he dies during, that's why we'll do a podcast about it, like a long form podcast.
I mean, this does feel a little bit like a movie that Bloomhouse studio would put out, where we're going to get a message down there and say, who else is in the room with you? And then all of a sudden the lights go out. Come back up, one of us pushing up daisies.
All right.
Okay. So I loved Craig Font.
Yes, that was fun.
I loved probably one of my favorite ones that I wrote, because she's done a lot more than me because she's great. But is the Joe Shuster 2-parter. I was proud of doing that one.
That was really
because I feel like it's different than a lot of shows. Like, it's just a different.
And it was less about the murder, which was actually really interesting.
Sure. Because there really wasn't a lot to that, the murder.
There were a lot of boners, in those
tons. I liked the one where you read people's ghost stories, and I really loved the Paul, is it Farah?
Farah, yeah.
Farah episode that we did.
With Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of mine.
Those are mine.
Okay, I wrote down a couple too. Kathy Jones, our first one. I'm not proud of the quality on that, especially the audio quality, but the story itself, I mean, I went crazy researching that, and I don't know, it was just emotional for me. So I'm always going to have kind of a connection to that.
Oh, that was a really nice thing to say.
Aww.
So
she does have a great voice.
Sorry, I totally interrupted your thing. I got overwhelmed by a compliment.
That's okay. Next would be Joe Cole, the one that you did.
Oh yeah, I did like that one too.
I like that. It was really sad, but I love Henry Rollins, and
so any excuse we can bring him up.
Paul Farrer, like you said, with Lindsay, that was
maybe one of the funnest episodes we did.
If you can have fun with someone getting horribly murdered and dismembered, then that's the one where you're going to do it, I think.
With a sword.
And then I also really liked, and I may just be thinking about this because it was so recent, but not the last one we did, but the one before that, the Hendersonville triple homicide.
That one was good too.
Yeah, that was so interesting when I was researching it, because it turned out to be, there was just so much more to it.
Sure.
Than I initially thought. All right. We've got more questions from Caitlin on here.
Yeah, what podcast is on you're now playing? Yeah,
what about you?
Mine never change, and none of mine are true crime. But the ones that I listen to the most are WTF with Mark Maron. One that 2 guys I'm friends with, Blake and Dion, do called Saturday Night Movie Sleepovers. My one that I'm on occasionally, it's called Cliff and Kendall Coast to Coast. Those are the 3 that I listen to always.
Excellent.
And then there's a couple other.
Hi, Meredith. Okay, well, I listen to way too many, and I've been overwhelmed by it lately, and so I've gotten behind on some. So I guess lately I've been catching up again.
Hey, look.
What?
Steven.
It's got a big old smiley face there. I've been catching back up on Case File, and then also I really love. I should be plugging ones that are less popular, but I just didn't think of any today. But Truth and Justice with Bob Ruff.
Rough.
I've mentioned it a whole bunch of times on the show, but he, in this most recent season, sort of reinvestigated the West Memphis 3 case.
Oh, you told me that.
Yeah, and he just, in the newest episode that came out today, I think, they're taking a break from it. There's something going on behind the scenes, and so they have to step back.
Case?
Yeah, and so I'm very interested as to whether or not that's something big. But I thought that was interesting, and I want to go back and listen to some of the earlier seasons of it. Those are the only ones I wrote down, but I mean, I love a whole lot of it.
I hope that one day someone draws him as Gruff McGruff the crime dog.
Yes.
Because his last name's Ruff.
Yes, someone should do that. Someone with artistic talent.
I'm just throwing it out there. Did the owl do it? And I gotta be honest, when I first read that, I'm like, the only owl that I'm familiar with is Twin Peaks. Like that reference. But then I didn't realize there was this weird ass fan theory about it in the staircase.
Yep.
And it's crazy.
It is crazy. If you guys
elaborate.
Well, okay, so I think probably most of the people listening to us have watched The Staircase, or at least have some familiarity with the whole Michael Peterson, Kathleen Peterson murder. So there was a theory that came out in, I think, like 2009, that an owl murdered her. Like, basically.
Yeah, like a bird of prey.
Yeah, that it got her head when she was outside and she ran inside the house, and then she's like slipping and falling in blood and dies there.
I don't mean to make light because it's terrible.
No, I mean, you have to laugh at that theory.
And even like I will say, when I watched The Staircase, spoiler alert for anyone here who hasn't seen it, it gets really graphic with her photos of her dead. Mm-hmm. Like, more so than I expected.
Yeah, they've got those pictures of, of the lacerations, pictures of her laying there in blood, and it's a mess. So the owl theory, I mean, it is, like, if you look into it, it's kind of compelling. I think they said there were some owl feathers in her hair. I'm
sorry.
Are you laughing at me?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at this whole fakakta theory they've got about these birds of prey.
Well, okay, so she's got some lacerations on her head that do look like they came from talons, but to me that could be like somebody's
from talons. I'm sorry, it's all just weird. That would be, could you imagine though, what if that really was what happened?
That's fucking crazy.
That's how you went.
I could see those lacerations being made in another fashion.
Look, we got another person.
Who are you people?
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I really was feeling like, I really hope this isn't that case of like
nobody's here.
Nobody came.
People here, yay. Yeah, I don't know. There's some interest. If you read about it, it is interesting, and I guess it could be kind of believable. But also, if she got attacked outside by the owl, you would think he would hear her yell out. And if for some reason she got attacked inside by the owl, how the fuck did it get out? I don't know. So I don't really buy it. I don't, after watching that.
Not my owl, not my problem.
After watching it, I'm like a little less sure.
I've got a dog that's like.
Yeah, the dog's right behind her. He is
getting real spoony
in her
with me.
Space.
And
Hunter thinks maybe it was a trained owl. I mean, maybe. They're really smart, right? They're wise.
You can train falcons for sure.
But
I've been working on it, a whole army.
I'm less convinced that he did it after watching that, but I realize, there could be an agenda there, especially with one of the producers dating him. So I don't know. But
do they think that owl followed her inside? Is that part of the theory?
I think the theory was that it happened outside and she ran inside.
See, when I read Did the owl fall inside, I imagine like him like sneaking up behind her.
Sneaky owls.
I'm gonna get you, lady.
Yeah, I think they think it happened outside because it's like, how would the owl get out if it happened inside or in?
Well, I mean, did she have something silver in her hair? What's up?
Oh, that's right.
Because birds of prey. One of my best friends, Sarah, she lost a ring once in her front yard as a kid. She was like looking at it and admiring how beautiful and how much she loved this ring. This is a true fucking story. And this like hawk or like bird of prey swooped down, got the motherfucker. She never saw it again.
God damn. Well,
so they don't care. They don't abide by the laws of man.
Well, so my answer is I don't really know, but fun fact, guys, Michael Peterson from Nashville.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was born here. I don't know how long he lived here, but we did that to you. You're welcome. Okay. Anything else to say about the owl theory, or should we move on? Okay.
I think we're good.
So our next questions are from Justin, host of Obscura, which is a true crime podcast, one of our murderly buddies.
Family members.
Yeah. His first question is, what is the best cleaner for cleaning a bloodstained carpet? Asking for a friend. Sure. We know you're not asking for you.
I know the best thing to clean blood off of pavement. I don't know how well it works on carpet.
I'm going to need more information on why you know this.
Well, I know it. And I learned it not from firsthand experience, thankfully, but I knew someone that was a paramedic that told me that one of the things that they'll use sometimes is soda, like Coca-Cola soda.
Sense.
And the acidity you'll eat through the blood. But I do remember once when I worked.
So what does it do to your fucking teeth, then?
That's what I'm saying, man. Look, she said hydrogen peroxide.
Oh.
I believe that. For carpet, for sure. Are you... Today we're sponsored by ourselves. So, and I do know that I saw the theory tested when I worked for Sally Beauty Supply. Someone that worked at another store called me because the night before someone had been shot outside of their store. And they said, Tashana, there's blood all on the sidewalk. And I guess, like, I don't want my customers seeing that. Of all the people, she called me and assumed that I was going to know. But thankfully for her, I did. And I said, well, I heard that, Coca-Cola will work, like some kind of soda. She went and got it, and then she called me back. She was a very, she had a really heavy accent, like Southern accent. She called me back, she's like, I'll be damned, it works.
If you murder somebody and you
nurse
need to clean
gets
up.
it out of uniforms.
Ah.
What gets it out of uniforms?
So
the soda?
The hydrogen peroxide.
Oh, gotcha.
Because
she's a nurse.
She's saying she's a nurse, but are we sure she's not a murderer?
That's a perfect profession to be in, I think. If you were a murderer.
Explain that blood. Yeah, I didn't have an answer to that. I didn't know. I mean, I've heard, like, as far as clothing goes, meat tenderizer will help it get out if you put a little on there before you wash it. I don't know. I mean, I guess.
But isn't most meat tenderizer like brown?
It is. It is. So I don't know how that wouldn't make its own stain.
I feel like that is problematic.
I
love this next. Did you say I am?
Yeah.
I am.
You want to read the next question, also from Justin?
I loved this one. If you had to fight one serial killer in a bare knuckle fight, who would it be?
I want to hear your answer.
I answered based on I could definitely take them, and B, the level of disgust that they provoke inside of me as a person. And I picked Albert Fish.
Okay.
Because he was an old ass
He was
man.
really old.
So I could have beat the brakes off of him.
And he's about the worst.
He is terrible. I was just talking about him last night at the party I was at. And someone brought him up and I'm like, he was terrible.
I want to go to a party where people just fucking bring up Albert Fish.
Well, he was awful, man. Yeah. Like, for anyone that isn't familiar with him,
Google it or don't.
I still can't deal with, and I've read it in full, the letter that he sent to the kid, the little girl who he killed's mother, that gives her a detailed description of what he did to her. It's awful. Just, that's a level of evil that's like next level.
Yeah, that's too much for me.
So I would fight his ass. I mean, there's probably a couple others that I could take. A lot of them are kind of puny.
Yeah. Well,
like Charles Manson, I could knocked his block off.
Yeah, he was real tiny. Short, right?
He was a little man. Ted Bundy, he was probably in pretty good shape. He probably would give me a run for my money. Who'd you pick?
Well, initially I wrote down Gary Ridgway because he looks kind of wimpy, but I would like to revise that and go.
Robert Ramirez too. Sorry, he's really thin too.
Richard Ramirez.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Robert is the generic.
I think I want to revise that and go with Ed Gein because he
also is a little old man.
He looked undernourished and old. I think I could have whooped his ass. I mean, he probably couldn't kill a healthy young woman. He was only killing old women.
And it wasn't many. He mainly liked digging them up. He didn't like doing.
I don't know. Does he count as a serial killer?
I don't usually count him. I think of him more as just a weird fiend, sad old person.
Well, then I'll go back to Gary Ridgway then.
All right,
but if I could, I'd fight Ed Gein if I could. I'm gonna share a Coke with a fiend.
She'd share a Coke and then say, "Just kidding."
Okay.
This one is from Hannah G.
Hannah G. She asks, "What's the creepiest place you've been to in Tennessee?" And also she said, "P.S. Please never stop cursing, God damn it." Thank you, because if you guys, I think most of you know, but we get a lot of fucking shitty iTunes reviews because people don't like it when women cuss.
They don't want to know what else I do then.
Murder people who...
What are you doing? Are you taking a picture of a picture?
No, I was looking to see, because I asked JR where I had been that was the creepiest place in Tennessee, and I wanted to see if he gave me an answer, which apparently
well, I mean, I didn't think that Craig Font was creepy. I thought it was spooky.
Yeah.
There's a difference to me.
Yeah.
The old Nashville prison is creepy as hell. I've been in there after it was closed. Yes, and I love it.
Mindhunter, great.
Love it. And I've never been inside, thankfully, but Clover Bottom really creeps me the hell out. The hospital where it's in Nashville. They keep a lot of, it's like mentally unsound people, but also it's a place that they would have people who were like mentally handicapped and their family just didn't want to take care of them.
Sad.
Kind of place. Like, but I'm trying to think of other places that really creeped me out. Other than like random, like walking by and seeing a random like house that was spooky.
Yeah. I couldn't come up with anything.
In the Church of Scientology. That fucking place is creepy as hell.
Did you go in?
No, but a friend of mine did.
Oh, yeah, Audrey.
She did the test thing that you can do. Because she was like, I was just curious. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'd make sure I was packing a blade or something.
Yeah, that shit it's too much. My dad had to pick me up somewhere the other night, and we passed by there, and I was like, "Are you going to drop me off here?" Church.
So where do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I racked my brain. I'm sure there's something I'm not thinking of. Because the places I've felt really creeped out and uncomfortable were out of state. I went not into Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Kentucky, but I've been on the outside of it before, and that's very eerie. is Aaron's.
Oh, fuck that place. I will go off. So Aaron, well, you guys can see this. I feel like an old person trying to operate this
is new
business
for us guys.
Me and Olivia have talked about how we need to do a episode that
Maury Davis,
where we co-it, because I
guy.
hate him so much,
and he's a murderer.
And no offense to anyone on here, that if you're like Cornerstone, I'm saying fuck that place. Like I stand by it. Like when I totally agree, Aaron. When I have to drive by it, and I live near Madison, and I'm past it often during my work week, I hate it. Like I just look at it, and just the fact that it exists makes me want to barf all over Old Hickory Boulevard.
Oh, I do have an answer now. I thought of something. It's not there anymore. Out at Mount Olivet Cemetery, which is my favorite. We'll do it, Jared. We're gonna do it.
We need to
it's
do
on the
one
list.
where we both do it, because we both feel very passionate about that.
We want to tear this guy up. Aaron says, "Fuck those people if they go there."
You know that they're pretty bad if they provide the indoor fireworks show, and I'm like, no, fuck you people. I love fireworks, but you don't deserve
go help
them.
some poor people with that money.
That's one thing I have to say.
So Mount Olivet Cemetery, which I love cemeteries. I too am a crypt cruiser, I guess. Oh, Megan, that's been on my list forever. You need to go on a field trip with us to Chattanooga, and let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. But the old funeral home out at Mount Olivet, and they've had a new one for a number of years now, but the old one was abandoned in like 94, 96, something like that.
So, hey.
And we read her story last week.
Oh, that's right. Her story was sweet.
I need to find and share my pictures because it burned down a couple months ago.
Oh, really?
It was a historic building that they were trying to.
Do you think someone did it on purpose?
It could have been kids fucking around in there because there was like a lot of graffiti in
fucking
there.
Hooligans.
I climbed in through a window once and
look,
took some pictures. Yes, we definitely want to go. I climbed in and took some pictures in that old funeral home once, but didn't break or disturb anything. And actually, in the upstairs, the floor was not safe in some places. So it was really creepy in there. I mean, it's an abandoned funeral home. There's also a mausoleum out there that a lot of people have seen the pictures I've taken, and I visited it again recently and posted pictures of it, maybe even on our account, where the marble that covers up the shelf where the coffin has fallen away, and it's just a fucking coffin right there. It's and it may be about 100 years old at this point.
Like that's still there?
Yeah, the coffin is. Yeah, it's just a coffin there on the shelf. And at one point, the cemetery, I guess, finally decided to cover it up, though not in a particularly respectful way. They used some plywood and some bungee cords and covered it, but that's gone now. The way I understand it,
this isn't
pay for perpetual care.
Entertainment center.
Yeah.
This is a dead body.
Yeah. So that's creepy in its own.
I do make one request. If we go to Chattanooga, can we also somehow work in the aquarium?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So next up, you want to read our next question?
Yes, because it's a dear friend of mine, Fanny Burning. Can you recommend some favorite crime novelists, and talk about why you like them?
Do you want to start on this one? Because I think you've got more.
I can. Mine, I just went with true crime because I'm assuming that's what the question was about.
I would assume so.
And because I could go on about like fictionalized. But for me, my number one person, because it's one of my favorite books that I've talked about a bunch, is there's a guy's named Roy Hazelwood who did profiling for the FBI as well. And he did a book called The Evil That Men Do. And I love this book. But I'm going to warn anyone before they read it. He deals a lot of the chapters they're really graphic and they deal with like sexual crimes. So sometimes it can be kind of a bummer. But his book was very interesting. Like he goes a lot into just the worst and most bizarre cases that he's ever seen.
Yikes.
So I really love that book. And then to go back to, because I forget who it was, asked us if we had seen Mindhunter. I really recommend reading the book.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has another book called Obsession, and it's by John Douglas and Mark. I always feel like I don't say his last name.
Olshaker, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Douglas is kind of the rock star of that world, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth reading for sure. And I used to, Erica, when I was a kid, my Aunt Amy used to read all Anne Rule's books all the time, so I would secondhandly read them.
I've read The Stranger Beside Me, which I liked. I haven't read any others.
The Ted Bundy one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still just unnerving.
Mm-hmm.
So what's on your doodad?
Well, I haven't read a lot of those. In fact, I'm more of a
I have them all. You
fiction.
can borrow them.
I'm more of a fiction reader, so I've got two here. Okay, so let's
look. Oprah Winfreying it up.
I have an admission to make. I haven't finished it. I got it like right around CrimeCon, and just I've been wall to wall busy. Haven't had time, but I'm going to. Everybody loves I'll Be Gone in the Dark. Gonna finish it. I think I've lost all of my true crime credibility in admitting that. Other one, Murder in Music City by Michael Bishop. We covered, I can't remember, it was way back, but in a 2-part episode, we covered the murder of Paula Herring. And it was a little bit before this book came out. So I did my research from old Tennessean articles mostly. And the story presented in the news is possibly very different from what happened. This novel kind of presents almost a conspiracy theory about what happened, but there's enough there so that it's believable. I mean, I think it's reasonable. I don't know if I believe it for sure, but it's very interesting. And Erica from Southern Fried True Crime also covered it after the book came out, and so she talked about the theories that were in the book. So I would encourage you, if you listen to our episodes, to listen to that, because it's going to tell us like a whole different story of what happened than what we told. So I thought that was really interesting. Oh yeah, Megan finished I'll Be Gone in the Dark. I'm really embarrassed.
What Small Sacrifice is about?
Is that another Anne Rule book? Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Okay. And our next question from Ann G, who she had suggested Leanne Green, who was one of the ones we did in our last episode. She asked, if you could pick one unsolved murder to solve, which one would it be?
Well, yours got solved.
I know.
You have to pick a new one.
We have in previous Q&As, I have said, I think I called him East Area Rapist, but the Golden State Killer. So that happened. And, hopefully, especially with this familial DNA stuff, they're going to continue to find out these things. But I would say, like, my second choice answer would be Kathy Jones.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were going to say.
That's just sort of like my pet case, I guess, since that's where I started. I don't think it ever is going to be solved. But...
Oh, that's bad news.
Oh, man. She killed and shot her 3 children over wanting a man. What a fucking bitch.
Why? They're everywhere. And most of them are idiots.
What, men?
I should say. Most people are idiots, not just men.
It's true. Yeah, what about you?
Everyone knows mine. It's Zodiac. Like, that will forever be the one.
Yeah, for a famous case, I think I would like that.
I've had a mild obsession with that one for a very long time.
Yeah.
I really hate it, though, that, like, there was that big break in the case. And it was right after, my mind's blanking. I'm
Golden
very
State
tired.
Killer.
Yeah, but it was right after What's-His-Face died. Like, he didn't get to see that they made that break in the case.
Yeah, because that was
the detective, Dave Toshi.
Yeah.
Because he worked, he, like, sacrificed his life to that case, basically.
That's a bummer.
So that's all of our questions, but you guys are here. You
if
can ask more. Jesus, what is Chase saying?
Chase said, can't remember if you guys touched on this in episodes 1 and 2, but do you think Kathy Jones...
Burning Bed. I have the book too, sorry.
Okay. Dianne Downs.
I have that book. It's great.
Yeah. So Chase asked if we thought Kathy Jones wanted June Anderson and Reba K. Green killer is the same person.
Didn't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. That's how I found. So episode 2 was Wanda June Anderson and Reba K. Green, which I think those happened a few years before Kathy Jones. And that's how I found out about them, was their names came up in some articles about Kathy Jones where the police were looking into whether or not those were related. I don't think they're related. I mean, Wanda June Anderson, there are some similarities there. So that could have been the same person. The one with Reba K. Green, that was just the circumstances were really different. And if I remember correctly, she wasn't sexually assaulted either. There were like 10 people in the house that night too, which weirds me out a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, in a small house that, no one seemed to really know what was going on. So I'm going to say not likely related, but if there is any relationship there, the Reba K. Green case probably is not related to any of it. Any other questions, guys?
There has to be some. Has to be.
The Dianne Downs case is different. She was in love with a man and coworkers shot her children so she could be with him. He was a married man with no intention of being with her. Burning Bed was a different movie about
that's the one I'm thinking about. Okay. I have that book though too.
I remember the Dianne Downs thing vaguely.
Oh, that's right, because Burning Bed is the one they use Hungry Like the Wolf. Or is that the one? Which one's the one where they do use Hungry Like the Wolf in it with Farrah Fawcett? That song is featured heavily in one of them.
Not a clue. Erin wants us to do a show about Hollywood film set deaths.
Oh, I already have one on my list that I really want to do, and I already started researching it, but it's going to be really hard for me.
It's that fucking Twilight Zone.
Yeah, man, because no one is good in any of. Oh yeah, he really wants me to do that one, the Twilight Zone one.
Whose dad was that?
That is Jennifer Jason Leigh's dad.
That's right.
That died, yeah. And she doesn't talk about it.
Yeah.
He
was decapitated, right?
Yeah, and they have it on camera. I've seen the footage. It got filmed. I've seen when it happens. It's not close up. So it's not, it's Vic Morrow. Because he was on a show that I really loved that came on in the late 50s and early 60s called Combat.
How much time? Okay.
Well, I need my readers.
Yeah, we're old and we're far from the
Where computer. Are my cheaters?
As far as how much time needs to pass before we cover a case, I have totally...
You did one that happened that still went to court.
Yeah, I hadn't been to trial yet, because when we started this, I was like, I don't want to do anything newer than the 70s.
That's it. I only remember it because I knew someone who can't hear that song now and not think about that movie. Oh, okay. It really freaks them out.
So, as far as time that needs to pass, I started out not wanting to
do newer ones.
Just there's still people really close to it, and obviously I've gotten more comfortable with doing this and haven't really been yelled at yet. Although I'm told
I can't wait.
I'm told it's going to happen eventually.
Well, you did have that one douchebag that messaged you.
Oh, about the Tabitha Tudors thing. Yeah, but he wasn't connected to that really.
Who did an angry face? Was that Jeremy? He does an angry face to everything.
Maybe he's angry because we, somebody was a dick to us.
Oh, I'm going with that.
I'm choosing to tell myself that. Yeah, but we did the Johanna Arteaga, the little girl who got murdered last summer. We did that a few months back, or maybe at the beginning of the year we did it, and that hasn't even gone to trial yet. So, no time needs to pass. And characteristics of case that pique your interest and help you decide whether. I mean, I'll do one on anything, but I think dismemberment like pops off the page at me because I'm twisted.
You do like that.
Let's see. Suzanne says, thank you for covering the Melba Lapidus case. I grew up down the street from Dave King. Someone needs to write a book.
That was a good story.
That was really interesting. And that haunted me when I was little. I didn't really know much about it, but we would drive by that spot, and my mom was always like, this is where this woman blew up in her kitchen.
And then I felt bad because I made that off-color joke before we recorded. And Olivia told me, yeah, you shouldn't do that joke.
That's the victim. Don't tell that joke.
I'm like, damn it.
Stacy did the angry face. Man,
she probably did. Right after she pinned something stupid on Pinterest that she's going to make later. Out of repurposed wood and burlap.
Barnwood, burlap, and a mason jar.
And an anchor that says, I never sink. Because I don't understand the concept of anchors.
And wanderlust, something.
God, don't kill my vibes.
Beach vibes.
Idiot vibes is what she should have. On everything.
Stacy, I wish Stacy was here right now to join us in this conversation. I'd like to have an honest and public conversation with Stacy.
You want to have like a fireside chat?
Yes.
With Stacy?
Yes.
You guys can ask us some more questions. They don't have to be about the show. They can be about anything.
Boner vibes. Well, boner vibes, that would be okay. I think I'm in support of that.
I'd wear something that said that maybe on my butt.
Look into a case here in Georgia. Jorlys Rivera. She was murdered and found a block from where I work. Really sad. Young guy was the killer, and he hanged himself before serving in prison. I'll have to put that on the list. I wonder how long ago that was. I hope it's not. Okay, so it was in Georgia.
Oh, God.
Stacy, drunken lady boner vibes. The one thing I can't cover as far as older cases I'm learning is older ones in Chattanooga.
Wow. Just
because they don't have a paper that's available on newspapers.com. If it's something newer or there's stuff I can find.
She was only 7.
Lord. Okay, 2012, we can probably make that work. But this wasn't, I mean, if this was in Georgia, not in Chattanooga, then I can, unless Chattanooga is like where the nearest paper is, I can handle it. Y'all, I love newspapers.com. It is a fun, nerdy rabbit hole to go down.
It is. And then you just see all kinds of weird ads for stuff, and that'll distract you.
Yeah. All the time. Or there was that time where I was like researching something else and I found a murder that happened in East Tennessee in, I'm going to say the 1910s or 1920s by somebody whose last name is the same as my maiden name. And that's where my people came from. And my maiden name is Quillen. So that's not like a super common name. I mean, it's a common name up in East Tennessee, but I got to figure I'm related to this guy. So that's one we'll have to do sometime. Cherokee Ledger in Cherokee County, Georgia. Yeah, well, we'll have to put that on the list. We keep a running list going. There's actually no shortage of stuff for us to cover.
No, there's really not, thankfully.
I found, like, by way of suggestions from people mostly last week, I found, like, 85 things I want to do, like, right now. Finding the time to write the scripts is a little bit tough.
Yeah.
We love doing this. That part is hard. It's interesting to research. Does anybody else have any questions?
Questions, comments?
We'll stay and answer questions if anybody has them. The dog is snoring behind Tashana.
Mm-hmm.
If I could focus the camera on him, I would, but I think he's
It'd
down
be weird.
too low.
Be a weird maneuver.
Yeah. Somebody screenshot me in one of my dumb faces that I make.
Someone did?
No, I was saying someone will. It was on the national news too. I can help if you want to cover it. Yeah, if you want to just like email us the name, just so I don't forget to take it down from these notes later on, that would be awesome. notrightpodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, look, Aaron took a picture.
Oh no!
Oh,
so scary.
We look like haunted. I like the picture, actually. That light.
Actually, it is pretty
That's
good.
like some like.
Will it show up if you point it at the camera there, or will it look all weird and blown out? Because I just want everybody to see his dog.
Odin.
Yeah, you can't.
It's not
It's not
focused.
really focusing, but
Here, what if I just post it? Halloween movie. The new one? You want opinions?
Well, it's not out yet. What are your thoughts on it?
Is that what he's asking me?
I guess. Are you excited about it? Hey, it's my mom!
Mom!
Are you excited about the new Halloween movie?
I am hopeful.
I am too.
And part of it is because of who's directing it. And then part of it is because John Carpenter is being very supportive of it.
Mm-hmm.
That helps. I'm totally assuming, Jared, that's what you mean by Halloween movie. Right? He can answer if it's not.
I'm just going to sit here and look down.
Supportive of it? It's all meta. We can hear ourselves. I was going to post the picture in the chat.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, we don't have to pay Odin a licensing fee. He's so
good.
Sweet.
How do I comment on it? I wanted you guys to see it, but I don't think it'll let you do pictures.
Hey guys,
on Facebook Live.
So my mom is here watching this, which means she can read the comments. Can you guys explain to her that transitions lenses are for serial killers?
Oh,
so she doesn't think it's just me saying that? Yes, they're creepy. Blah, 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 blah. Oh Lord, what's your favorite horror movie, Tashana? Just give her one.
Who's asking me that?
This is Erica.
I don't know where to start with that question.
Just give her one.
I think she's underestimating me as a horror movie fan. I'm assuming you've seen a bunch. What's your favorite? Oh, that's so hard for me. You say yours, it's easier for you.
Rosemary's Baby, but also Return of the Living Dead. Like, we got like serious and not so serious there. Hey Mom, Littlest co-host is not involved in this. I'm not bringing her out here to all you creepy murder people. You don't get to look at my
movie can be
child.
made about a case you've covered that hasn't been made into a movie yet. Which case would you most like to see?
What's the fucking the Paul Ferrer one? Because it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude.
That could be. Like
I'd make that movie. I'd make that one. I do think it'd be interesting if someone did one about the one I did.
Mm-hmm. So Lindsay Turner should write a book about that murder, and then that should be adapted into a film.
And I'll adapt the movie.
Yeah, so and then if y'all can give me some sort of a job so we can all make some money off of it, that would be awesome. Also, Mom, I think I saw a comment in here where Megan said that the transition lenses are the worst, so I think you can trust her authority. She knows things.
Jared, I hope that you heard my answer about how I feel about the new movie. Oh God, they're the worst. You mean like me? Top 5. Off the top of my head, I'm always gonna. Oh, of course, The Tingler is Mom's favorite.
Yeah, The Tingler is good stuff.
It is good. I'm always gonna say Nightmare on Elm Street because it was one of the first that super got me into horror movies. I love it.
Johnny Depp was still hot, not crazy, not beating women.
Not spending $20,000 a month on wine. I just read this whole Rolling Stone
thing.
It's insane.
Get that guy some help.
I know. Yeah. Okay, good. To Jared. Okay, good is to Jared. Does that hurt?
It does. It hurts really bad.
So that's gonna be on there. I'm a big fan of Italian horror films.
Yes. Demons.
Like I love Demons, but yeah, like anything by Dario Argento, Mario Bava, I love. Jeez, it's hard for me. I'm not kidding. When I say it's hard, it's really hard for me to narrow that down. But I will say this, even though I haven't made a formal announcement yet about this, but it's 99.9% sure happening. So I feel okay telling you all this since it's like 9 of you. Next, on July 27th, so next Friday, I am 99.9% definitely going to be doing the intro for the midnight movie at the Belcourt, which is Maximum Overdrive. I just haven't.
But I might have to.
I just haven't been able to make an announcement yet because they haven't put it on their calendar, and like they just don't. Yeah, those are both fantastic.
I love Rear Window.
Those two. One, I love The Shining too.
I like The Shining, but you're gonna hate me for this. I like that like miniseries remake better, just because it's more faithful to the book.
Oh, it's not good, but
it tells the story from the book. But yes, Silence of the Lambs, you guys love that.
But I feel like there are things that they took out of that because they couldn't adapt it and make it work.
Yeah.
Like
I like the topiary animals.
I do too, but they didn't do it because they were like, no, there's nothing we can do that will live up to how you imagine that in your mind.
Carrie, we got a lot of people just loving on some Stephen King here. Yeah, I love Carrie.
Oh, I do love.
I haven't seen Deep Red in so long.
It's good. Now, when you say Manhunter, she means the.
Manhunter.
I love Manhunter.
I saw it, but it was
the Michael Mann movie. I fucking love it. Jaws is fantastic. We all love Jaws. I can carry on a whole conversation about Jaws.
My mom says
in Jaws quotes.
Look at this. My mom says Tashana is a superstar. So is Olivia. But I'm the afterthought there. You don't have to see your grandchild anymore.
Yeah, Jaws it's definitely horror. Jaws, are you kidding?
Love Jaws.
It's great.
Ask some more questions.
Yeah, this is fun. We like it.
I really want some candy.
Yeah.
Can you guys bring us some candy? Oh man, I forgot Manhunter was that old.
It's got like smoking hot William Peterson in it, and he's wearing those short shorts on that boat.
I think I'm like 99%
Chris
Elliott is in a small role in that. If anybody can.
And Manhunter?
Jacob's Ladder is good. Jacob's Ladder is creepy.
That'll fuck you up too. Oh yeah, Texas Chainsaw always. 1 and 2. I absolutely adore part 1 and part 2.
Megan, I don't think you know us at all. She wants to know how excited we are for the new Bachelorette reality show.
Come on, Megan.
I've never watched any of those shows. Would I like it?
Who was hotter? Okay, so I'm going to make a confession. It wasn't Christian Slater level, but I did have a crush on Emilio Estevez in the 80s.
Yes.
I thought he was super cute.
He was.
He had sort of that thing where he seemed like, I can't quite figure you out.
Yeah.
Like, he seems a little wholesome, but there's some stuff.
It's based here in Nashville? No.
Oh my God, does that mean we're going to know some of these dumbasses?
No, I think they're horrible people being, like, trucked in from elsewhere.
For a guy here in Nashville?
I guess maybe because we're such a Bachelorette destination.
Give me a break.
Yeah, I can't be a part of that. I'm sorry.
Sorry. And I really love ice, you guys. It's hard for me sometimes.
The Bachelorette show will be terrible, but it's it's about all the Bachelorette parties in Nashville, so it will be hilariously bad. I mean, I don't know. Like maybe I could laugh at it. I don't know. Whatever happened to us watching a Lifetime movie every month, Megan? Come on.
That would be good.
Let's make that happen again.
Oh, Peeping Tom is fantastic. It's hard to get though. You know that.
Silver Bullet.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
I gotta agree back to the Charlie Sheen thing with Erica. Back then, Charlie was hotter. If we can.
Oh, he was better looking.
Forget all.
But as far
behavior.
as like, I had a weird thing for Emilio Estevez.
Sure.
I'm not denying that on the outside he wasn't probably more attractive.
Yeah. Erica is our new best friend. Ooh,
Candyman's good.
Love Candyman.
Make it Hallmark.
Hallmark?
What?
No, because those are sappy. I want the melodrama of a Lifetime.
Those like
movie.
someone's spouse died and then they get a dog and then they meet someone at a cake shop.
Yeah.
And then
you have got it.
And then make out in a gazebo. That's what happens in a Hallmark movie. There's got to be.
That's the formula.
There's got to be some spouse has died, an animal, some sort of like.
Or a career woman has to move to a small town.
Pastry shop or something, and then a gazebo.
There's always a gazebo.
And then probably kids thrown in there somewhere. Oh, Night of the Hunter is wonderful too. Oh, you can borrow mine. Do you have a Blu-ray player?
I don't.
Damn it!
Ooh, Pet Sematary. I love Pet Sematary. And okay,
Pet Sematary gets really personal for me. We've talked about that.
I like Pet Sematary too.
Of course you do. Your boyfriend's in it.
I had like a major Edward Furlong thing back then.
So thank you. It's by, if you want to know, I'll tell you what I'm wearing. There's this brand called Color Pop.
Oh, and they're affordable too.
Yeah, and it's like a liquid lipstick that dries matte, and the color's called Creeper.
Y'all are creepers.
Yeah.
We love you know.
Lifetime has a movie about Robert Durst coming in November. Who's going to play him?
What? Yeah, who's playing him? If you know, I would like to know.
I forgot that I said that, where I talked about Fred Gwynn and Pet Sematary. Shook out now, Lois. It's about to stretch a road.
The log is sour.
Because I secretly hope that all people in Maine talk like Fred Gwynn's character in Pet Sematary.
For sure. Megan, I need you to know that we have to watch this Robert Durst Lifetime movie together.
We could do a we could live stream us watching it.
Yes.
Yeah, Color Pop's good and it's affordable.
Didn't they start carrying it at Sephora?
Yeah.
Which is weird because they usually go kind of like mid-range to expensive on prices.
If anyone wants to try it, because they sometimes will send me coupons that you'll get 5 off and I'll get 5 off. So if anyone wants to try them for the first time, I do need some stuff. So you can message us. Oh, Misery's good.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, let's just say that most Stephen King.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's so creepy when that happens. Oh, she wore Creeper for a wedding.
Nice.
It's a great color.
They have it at Ulta now, too, which is good. There's an Ulta closer to me now.
I don't know. What are some of his novels?
My mom's so obsessed with this Michael Slade guy, who I think is like, it's like 3 people, right? It's like, like with Nancy Drew, it's different people writing.
Oh, yeah.
They're like crime novels.
But what kind of crime? Like
Like
Nancy Drew? No, I'm just kidding. V.C. Andrews? You got any fans of her in the house?
It sounds like
Flowers in the Attic. I just always liked her book covers because you pull back the cover and then there's like another picture inside. Loved it.
I never read any of them.
I only read Flowers in the Attic and it's fucked.
Missed the boat, but I saw the movie. Yeah, that was what happened there.
A lot of incest.
I don't know really anything about Michael Slade. I just know my mom has talked about this author for years. So I don't know. Are they murdering people with blades of hockey skates? Because I'd be into
maple syrup spigots.
Patricia Cornwell, Kate.
I know who Patricia Cornwell is, but I've never read her.
We always like to joke about David Baldacci. This isn't even going to be funny because it was like an inside joke between myself and my husband, but something about how, like, whenever we see a David Baldacci book, we have this whole thing about how he's like really high all the time, and we're just like, David Baldacci.
I think that you could consider Videodrome to be horror-esque for sure. It's because it's definitely body horror. Have you ever seen Videodrome?
I haven't, and it has always been on my to-do. I know there's like all kinds of things. Well,
we just need to have a movie night, and I can just bring my Blu-ray player over here.
Can we talk about the fact that I haven't seen
Headhunter, Bed of Nails, Primal Scream, or a few really gruesome murders? I don't know. Because, some people adapt books and they'll name it the movie something different.
Yeah. So maybe you should look that up, Mom. Because my mom likes to ask me questions instead of just Googling it.
Oh, don't be mean to her.
Well, but I don't have the answer, so you could Google it. When they make a movie about David Bowie's life, who should play him?
I think that those duties should be split evenly between Tilda Swinton.
Yes.
And Cate Blanchett, if you want to know my honest opinion. I feel like they would be perfect if you just had them play both roles.
Just switch off every now and then. Yes, I vote Tilda Swinton for sure. That's an amazing answer. I don't read a lot of fiction, but when I do, it has to be like Thomas Harris novels. I'm a true crime.
Oh, I do love his. I mean, the books are good too. I love Pete and Pete a lot. But I also love Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Are you asking us to choose between those?
And I did watch Clarissa Explains It All, but I'm not tied to it. And then all that, I feel like that was out not my generation as much.
We were too old for that.
But I loved Pete and Pete.
And I never watched Are You Afraid of the Dark?
It was fun. It was like,
would I enjoy it now?
You would. I feel like Are You Afraid of the Dark is like not quite as spooky as Tales from the Dark Side, but not as kiddie-like as Goosebumps.
Okay.
And yes, she did. She was my favorite Bob Dylan in that movie.
But if we're talking about Nickelodeon shows, man, Salute Your Shorts and Hey Dude.
Oh yeah, both of those were great. Hey Dude.
My jam. I will spare you my singing the Hey Dude theme song, but it is in my head for sure now.
Oh, now your mom's pimping her books.
That's fine.
Pimp them.
Yeah. Go buy her books, people, so that I can.
So she can
talk her into giving me a little loan for some audio equipment.
I just want more of those cake things you did.
Wait.
Really? Yeah, did you know that?
No.
We should do a story about him.
But the character Danny, not Danny Cooksey, right? Danny Cooksey is not missing, is he?
But I thought Danny Cooksey was on Salute Your Shorts.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Danny on Hey Dude was wasn't he the
he was like the Native American guy.
one.
Yeah. Ooh, I want to know more about that. Steven, do an episode about that. Are you going to?
Or do it and let me be on it so I can talk about it.
I want to know more about that. I did watch some YouTube videos of somebody apparently part of the set.
Oh, I watched that where they went to the abandoned place. That same person does a lot of those.
That was awesome. I enjoyed that. Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
The 80s. Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, that's a good movie. But we also want to do an episode about a tragedy that occurred.
Hey, look, it's Adam.
Hey, my roommate joined. Did you feed the cats?
Can you make her some dinner?
He doesn't do that.
I was just going to try.
I mean, if you want, he's like, yeah, here's a bowl of cereal.
Do you guys have more questions for us? Should we try on funny hats?
I do have the captain's hat in my bag.
You should be wearing that all the time. And then we should, Captain of Her Heart should play. And is that my phone?
Law and Order had an episode about a cheesy aging actor in a show like Hey Dude.
Are you sure you're not thinking they had an episode that was clearly based on Saved by the Bell? There was a guy.
Don't ask Adam to cook.
Mom, there was a Law and Order where there were some guys and somebody was bootlegging DVDs of the cheesy kids
favorite
show.
booze. Oh, brand or type?
That's a question for you. I mean, Stacy thinks I'm drunk.
I didn't mean to interrupt you when you were talking about Saved by the Bell.
I'm just talking. I'm talking to the computer about Law and Order, but you answer that question.
I love whiskey and bourbon a lot. And my favorites are, I love Jameson, I love Bullet, I love Maker's Mark, I love Suntory, the Japanese whiskey. God, my mind's going blank. I had some to drink last night, so that's why I'm a little tired at the moment. But I do really love Jameson like a lot, like more than most people. And I haven't been to the factory yet. And I feel like if you guys want to start a Kickstarter, send Tashawn to the Jameson factory. Oh, it's Jessica. I love her. But if you want to start a campaign where you guys send me to the Jameson factory, I will go.
Is that an alcohol question?
I don't know that I have. Why, you got some? I can stop by on my way home.
Give this girl some liquor. I haven't had a drink in 10 years, so
she loves LaCroix and Coke Zero.
Coke Zero
and
that's
coffee.
Poison. Oh yeah, iced coffee. No sugar, no cream. What did I like to drink besides beer when I did drink?
I mean, I do like beer, but
I didn't do a lot more than beer.
Booze?
Margaritas.
I do love a margarita.
Man, I still
and
miss
I love
margaritas.
tequila.
Tequila is.
I'm not a big.
It's your friend.
I'm not a big vodka person.
Mm-hmm.
I like some rum. I don't like gin.
Fuck gin. Gin is
I'm
nasty.
not a fan of that. Man, Coke Zero is where it's at.
Erica's my best friend.
Oh, Trace. I haven't seen you in forever either. I remember one night when you guys lived at your dad's, I remember me and Trace standing out there talking about Ambrose Pierce forever.
Are you guys doing anything special for the 50th episode?
I'm so glad they said that, because we need to take ideas for that. I can't believe we're almost at 50.
Yeah, if you guys have any ideas for our 50th episode, I mean, we've done more than 50 episodes because we've had some like bonuses, and then there are all the Patreons. But like as far as numbered episodes go, we are coming to 50. I haven't thought of anything. We're certainly happy to take suggestions.
Don't beat up on my gin. Well, you can have it all.
More for you.
More for you.
More for you. But I think we mentioned this in our most recent episode. We are planning something special for an October episode.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually going to be traveling.
But we'll take ideas for the 50th.
Yeah.
And I like Scotch, but I'm really picky about it because some of it just tastes like garbage water.
I don't know if I've ever had Scotch.
Some of it's not that good.
My opportunity has passed. What do you guys think about episodes about creepy stuff, ghosty shit?
Because I love doing them.
Yeah, we like doing that, and I'm just curious about like the general consensus among our listeners on that, because I know a lot of people are there for true crime, and that's fine. I'm one of those people who likes both ghosty shit. And
be quiet about gin.
What?
I mean, I like mojitos, but I didn't think that was gin.
Stop sassing me, Mom. God.
Yeah, I didn't think that do you make mojitos? Oh, Steven says more creepy episodes. I like them.
All right.
I really want to do one. I brought it up to Olivia, and she's all for it. Maybe you guys can confirm. I want to do one where we talk about our favorite sort of like spooky legends, monsters, that kind of thing. What it really boils down to, folks, is I've been on a real skinwalkers kick where I'm reading all these stories about skinwalkers. And if you don't know what those are, they are really fucking freaky. Like some people will get creeped out by me even just bringing them up. Because they say if you talk about them, it's inviting them into your life.
Well, and I think the Navajo don't necessarily like people outside of their culture
talking
about it. So that's something maybe we should look into. But
well, I don't want to offend them.
Yeah, find the right way to address that.
But they freak me out, the idea of them.
Okay, good. We got some people liking our creepy
Love
shit.
Paranormal.
I don't have like a ghost story to offer right now, but my mom, her dog that passed away like a year or so ago is apparently still walking around her house. So that's
someone said yes
interesting.
with a million S's. Please do a Skinwalker episode. Well, if you know someone that has a story, send it our way. I've never personally experienced it, so
I'd be interested to hear. Yeah,
Mothman is a little freaky.
And we did last year, and I guess hopefully you guys have mostly heard these. We did a couple of episodes where we did read listener ghost stories.
It was great.
And so, you know, Halloween's gonna get here before you know it. If you guys want to start sending in any of those, like, I want people's personal experiences.
I know what he's talking about. There were also, Jared, do you remember the stories about Hendersonville?
The middle
school being haunted before they tore it down. And there was always this rumor when I was a kid that someone either was murdered there or like killed themselves.
Was this there's a middle school there, like with the round joke. Did it used to be
No, that used to be Hendersonville High School. This is a building that isn't even there anymore. Like you would drive just a little past Brown Elementary, which is where I went. But they ended up tearing it down.
Well, the old high school, I think my father-in-law has had some strange experiences.
They say it's haunted too. I am correct that it's rum and not gin.
You're always correct. I'm glad my mom was able to admit that she was wrong and someone else was right.
I don't know how I feel about Mothman.
Yeah, I need to go back and hear that story again. I do recall thinking it was really interesting, and that whole thing about the bridge collapse was really scary.
Sure.
But back to the stuff about sending in stories for us. I want to hear about, and I think we mentioned before, it doesn't have to be ghosts. I mean, if you saw a chupacabra or a UFO or whatever, anything creepy.
Or someone like being weird to you at the park.
Yeah,
I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like that it happened to you.
Send that stuff into us, but I just want like a personal experience, not like something that turns out to be an urban legend. Like, yeah, if you heard that there was a hook man at Percy Warner Park scratching on people's doors, well, everybody in every city in this country has that story. That's a
urban legend.
It's got to be.
Which I do want us to do an episode about those too, like our favorite urban legends.
That would be fine. But
yeah, I wasn't keen on the movie either, Jared.
But if you are interested in that, go to our website, notrightpodcast.net, and it's the contact us, I think is the heading on there, and there's a little form and it'll shoot that right to our email, and we'll collect those and put together however many episodes we need in October where we play those.
Yeah.
So anyway, so should we wrap this up?
I don't know. I mean, there's more. Wait, no, I'm confusing numbers. Okay, now that's the numbers.
Yeah, there are actually fewer people in here now, but yeah, we'll give you guys like another minute if you've got any other questions and then
or comments.
Yeah,
because I think there's a delay.
Yeah, you can tell us how great we are,
please.
We'll just drink some drinks. My Not Right podcast sticker. You too can be a proud owner of one of these. How did you feel about the end of the episode?
Oh, I liked it. I didn't have a problem with it. I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to ruin it for other people.
I only watched the first one when they revived it. So
but this last season, I really liked it. I liked the stories.
Is it done now?
That's what they say. Gillian Anderson says she doesn't want to do it anymore. Olivia Bad News. Roman Reigns just lost. He tried his best, though.
Roman Reigns, Roman Yossi. Well, just give me all your Romans.
A corpse named Hazel.
Anybody ever heard of a corpse named Hazel? Who? That sounds familiar.
No, I know about the Iceman that went around to the fairs and then just disappeared. Because they did an Unsolved Mysteries about him.
Yeah, I think that's the one I've heard. I don't know.
Well, we love you too, and you're welcome.
That felt real dumb.
I
knew I was gonna do this and just make an ass out of myself.
It's fine.
And I have delivered.
Feel like I'm really dehydrated and I ate a lot of bread, so I feel like I look very doughy. That's why I keep playing with my hair and like adjusting it. But then Aaron sent that picture and I thought I looked fabulous. Like I was.
You do look fabulous.
Like I was
That's
lit.
Why.
Like I was in a episode of Miami Vice.
Were you were like a whatchamacallit painting and you were lit from within. You were like a Rembrandt.
Oh yeah. I was like, not that dumb Thomas Kincaid. I hate that son of a bitch. His paintings are boring.
Let's do an episode on Thomas Kincaid's death, but it will make up a murder that happened to him. I think he just like had a heart attack, but let's
death by painting.
Yeah. Bob Ross's ghost
kills him. He's like, this is some basic bullshit. The Hangover going. That's what I feel like I've got. But yeah, when going back to Megan brought up earlier, if you guys have ideas, thank you. If you guys have ideas for the 50th episode, yeah. What's the gift that you give Silver?
That sounds right.
Or is that 25? Maybe 50 is gold.
Maybe so.
Bitch, I can't afford to get you any gold though.
We're not going to be sending you jewelry, but we'll send you our love.
I'll send you good intentions.
Some of those good vibes. We'll send you beach vibes. Whatever.
Boner vibes.
Boner vibes for sure.
If you're into boners. If you're not.
That's cool too.
Sure.
We're inclusive.
Yeah, not everyone loves them.
Boner fans, non-boner fans. We love you all.
I'm going to add that to all my biographies, boner enthusiasts. No, I'm not, because let me tell you, if I put that on there, I already get enough weird direct messages from people that I feel like is just asking for it to say you're a boner enthusiast.
You will become a topic of this show. When you draw in.
I'll go down swinging, I'll tell you that. Motherfucker breaks in and tries to kill me.
Kill you with a boner.
You better
Murder by boner. I mean, that would be appropriate, though, if I just got killed by a boner.
By a big old...
Big honking wang.
Bludgeon. Do you think...
This is all breaking down.
Listen, we need to look this up and do an episode. Has anyone ever been beaten to death with a sex toy?
Probably. I mean, we did do that one in one of our Patreon episodes where the woman choked to death on a boner choking.
I think he did that shit on purpose.
What a dick. Literally.
And figuratively. 50 is gold, 75 platinum.
Okay. So are you going to give us gold, Mom? Or
I'd even sell for some golden Oreos.
I would just settle for a plane ticket to Switzerland.
John Bobbitt. Well, his wiener was cut off. I meant more like someone was beaten with like a vibrator.
I would be more impressed if someone was beaten with like a real attached dick. Yeah.
Like someone just beat the hell out of someone, like just
with
full force and started like going back and forth. I do know a story about a guy. So this isn't my story, and I wasn't there for it, but it still makes me laugh uncontrollably. And Matt Walker is the one who told me this story about how they were at the, I think it's called the Tropicana. It's a famous strip club in Atlanta. Anyone that's familiar with Atlanta, it's a famous one. I think it's called
Scores.
The Tropicana, though. I think it's maybe this one. I can't remember. All I know is there was a girl there who had very large breasts and would do like stuff. And this guy they were with, she hit him in the face with one of her breasts. I'm talking non-crassly. And made his nose bleed. Like broke his fucking nose with one of her boobs.
Titties is dangerous.
And I could not stop laughing about this story. I'm like, what a way to go, though. Oh my God.
Oh my God, I love it.
I would like it, though, if the swoosh was a wiener flying off. Gold Oreos, maybe. I'll take them. Oh, actually, I'll take some of those
Golden
fucking
Oreos.
things you made at the barbecue, Terry, that I forgot to take leftovers of. The caramel cookie
Those were good.
cake mix heaven.
Those were good. We will always accept baked goods.
Also, we are really jonesing for some fan art if someone wants to do that. I think we've just gotten in our heads that you're nobody until someone draws a picture of you or makes cross stitch or.
My mom could make some porcelain dolls of us.
Oh, I would like that
That's our
actually.
next haunted doll episode.
I would be a little spooked if then she like.
I should have brought Robert the doll in here to be a guest with us.
You could have. Well,
we'll
do this again.
Yeah, if you guys want to send us questions, if we get enough of them, we'll do it again.
Because we used to just record it, our voices doing it, but this is a lot of fun too. We should figure out a way to do the Instagram live.
Yeah.
Too. Can you do both concurrently? Someone out there who knows about social media and how it works, get back to us on that. A way to do both of them at the same time. Can you only do Instagram with your phone?
I think so. You can.
Well, we can maybe mount the.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like visualizing. Like mount the phone to the computer too.
Sure. We could.
And start it. I'll take it.
I would. Yeah, I would love a stick figure drawing. Do it. Okay, guys. I have to pee.
I'm good, but I'm not going to hold you back. We don't need you getting an infection.
Would you like to stay here and speak to the people, or shall I end this?
Can you do 2 phones? Well, we're not using the phone right now.
Yeah, we're using
butter bars to come. We can do it for a minute if you want to run and do it real quick. I don't care. Okay. I mean, because there's a delay. So. Well, we're using the a webcam right now that we got at Target today. I don't know why I felt the need to tell you where we got it. But I'm thinking that we could use one of our phones to do the Instagram. So, Terry, I'm excited about the butter bars though, because oh my God, I mean, I probably shouldn't, but I could eat a bunch of them. They're so good. I feel like I'm not saying anything, but I don't really. Well, you're welcome, Jared. You're very welcome. I guess you're saying thank you for doing this. Maybe also thank you for existing. I wish you guys could see show producer Jack. He's laying behind me. And then obviously our fact checkers, Mulder and Scully, are at my house. Being lazy, I'm sure. But this was fun, and you guys should keep questions coming, ideas for stories or for things you want us to cover or any of that. We've gotten great ideas from listeners. Do you have anything else you want to say? I feel like people are getting tired. We've been doing this for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's crazy. Did she say anything bad about me when I was away? All right.
I didn't. You can check the tapes.
Okay, well, so we'll do this again sometime.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, we can do it once a month.
Bye, guys.